Hi, and as always, welcome back to Gational Neographic. Today, you're joined with me on the planet of Tropicus, the home of the Fibbin. Is that the baby? No, that's not the baby, obviously. That's the Fibbin. It is from this planet, the planet of Tropicus. The climate here is wet and hot. Rainforests, they're everywhere. They cover the entire world, making trees and lakes appear super often. And these, like lakes and stuff, they always have water in them because it rains every single day. I'm really damp right now, and I don't like it. A variety of poisonous plants grow in the ground and stuff, and if you step on them, like, you're dead. Like, literally, I had a little guy that came along with me in my little, like, rocket ship from Earth. He stepped outside. It was actually kind of funny, except he did die. Alright, sure, so you're trying to tell me that if I step on this thorn right here, I'm gonna die? Well, I'll be the tester of that. Ah! Um, alright, whatever floats your boat, man. So that guy's dead. He's not coming back. I don't even know how he got here. Like, if he's lived here this entire time, I don't know how he survived this long, but, I mean, alright. Well, now that we're on the topic of the ground, we should talk about the animals that live there. So we have these carnivorous snakes, right? Not fun. Let's just say that. They will eat you. They eat meat. They're kind of scary. I've seen them eat an entire Fibbin whole. And Fibbins are like 5.7 feet tall. And I saw like 5 snakes just eat that thing up in like 5 seconds. It was that fast. Kind of insane. So, on the contrast to that, we have the trees, and they're filled with different breeds of birds. We have the insects. We have the monkeys. Yes, and my favorite breed of monkey, of course, is the Fibbins. And if you don't know about the Fibbins because you haven't seen one yet, which you probably have, they are kind of, some may consider them odd looking, but if you think that, please leave. So, they're like monkeys, but they have frog heads. Yeah, kind of insane. So, it's like basically a mix between a frog and a gibbon. And a gibbon is like a type of monkey on Earth. And, pretty cool stuff. So they live up in the trees, try to avoid the carnivorous snakes. So, over time, the Fibbin has adapted to its environment. It's gained features not only from frogs and gibbons, but also over time, the Fibbin has gone through many changes in its genetics. Scientists have assumed that in the past, Fibbins did not have hardened feet, making it harder for them to like get down to the ground. So the ones with hardened feet in the past, which again wasn't very often, were the only ones who survived. So scientists have assumed they went through a near extinction point, and because they like literally couldn't get to the ground because of the poisonous plants, and they couldn't get water then. So the ones with the hardened feet, they got down to the water. They drank it all up, and they were like, "Yeah, we can survive." And then they had the children. So the selective pressures that made the feet happen and all these other adaptations were the poisonous plants on the floor. It makes it so animals that are not immune or do not have tough feet have to stay in the trees. And the people in the trees, how do they get water? They just don't. They die. They do not survive. So the Fibbins, now that they have like reproduced and stuff and they have the tough feet, they can go to the ground in the rare cases that they need to get water and stuff. But due to them having long arms and long legs and a long tongue from the frog, Fibbins are able to live in the trees, eating insects with their tongue and grabbing eggs from bird nests. So, some of you may be asking, what does the Fibbin eat? And to that, I tell you to please stop asking that question. Just kidding, of course. So, both gibbons and frogs on Earth eat insects, and a few differences between the two animals are merged together, making it so that they eat bird eggs, delicious, and the leaves from the treetops, as well as the insects. So, like, they're kind of set, because, like, they don't really have to go to the floor too much to get their food, and that's where the little snaky kids are, so they're all good. Guess who didn't die? Yeah, that's right. I didn't die. I'm just fatally injured. I will die soon, alright? But I didn't get enough poison yet. So suck it, alright? Now you have to answer all my questions, alright? Where does the Vibbin live? Huh? Huh? Did you see that? I don't know how he survived, man. Like, that's weird. Alright. So, to answer your question, the Fibbin's main environment is in the trees. Like most monkey species on Earth, they tend to live in the trees. This protects them and their young from their main predator, the carnivorous snake. Alright, okay, you got me on that one. But how do they get food and water? Huh? Yeah, what are they even gonna do? They're not even gonna get food and water, are they? They're just gonna die, probably, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. And now, I have 2 sunglasses permanently on my eyes. Everything is really dark, and I see no light. So what are you gonna do about that, huh? Can't sunburn my eyes now, can you? I guess I can't sunburn your eyes. I mean, it wasn't really my plan. But, okay. So the Fibbin's long arms and long tongue allow them to reach eggs and snatch insects out of the sky. While water does kind of consist in the trees, it's not as abundant as it is on the floor in the jungle with large lakes and pools of water. To get to the water, the Fibbin either uses its long arms to grab a small handful of water, or in some scenarios, depending on the coverage of the floor of poisonous plants, it'll walk on the floor using its tough feet. Yeah, so I answered the question. Can you die now? You should be dead, alright? You stepped on a poisonous plant. You gotta keep the continuity going, man. Like, come on. Yeah, I'll die when the video's over. You need some way to ask the questions without just standing there answering them like a weirdo, don't you? Yeah, making the video easier for you, aren't I? Wow, you're right. You are making the video easier for me. I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, alright. Okay, so, fair enough. I've said alright so many times. How does the Fibbin move? Riddle me this, alright? I said alright again. So, to answer your question in the most respectful way possible, it doesn't move. No, just kidding. It walks and swings along the trees, and it uses its long arms to, like, grab branches, and it's like Tarzan, you know? Yeah. Alright. How does it see? Where are his eyes? Because personally, I know I have 2D. So the way that it sees, since the Fibbin's head is similar to a frog, its eyes are on the side of its head, and they're like really big. They have like bulging eyes. They're like, and so it's on the side of its head, so it has like a bigger peripheral vision, and it can see its predators and see around it as well. Yeah, I'm feeling the poison kicking more. I think it's almost my time. But riddle, answer this last few questions, alright? How does it avoid its predators? Dude, I'm not feeling too good right now. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die. Sorry for your loss. I guess you were supposed to die a while ago, so you're a pretty lucky man. So, how to answer your question, how to avoid predators? It just stays in the trees. So, the carnivore snakes that's slithering around, it's just up here in the trees having a good time. Well, so you look completely inhabilitated, like you can't move at all. I'm pretty sure you're paralyzed or dead. So, I'm just going to answer the next question conveniently. Hi, and welcome to my show. So, how will it keep itself and its children safe? So, the Fibbin's main environment is the trees. Like most monkey species on Earth, they tend to live in trees. This protects them and their young from their main predator, the carnivorous snake. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Gatineau Neographic. Today, we looked at the Fibbin and its adaptations that it's gained along the way. I'm not really sure how we've had an entire fatality in this episode, but we're just gonna let that slide. Oh my god! I found a wild chip in its natural habitat. This is amazing. Hi, wild chip. You can go now.